Mic check, mic check.
Ready, guys? Well, welcome aboard, ladies and gentlemen. UTL Stadium Tour takes us to New Roads, Louisiana. Sitting here with the Catholic Pointe-Coupee Hornet football team. Excited to be back here at Catholic Pointe-Coupee. We started this stadium tour 4 years ago, and our very first stop on that tour was right here at Catholic Pointe-Coupee. So here we are, year 4, making a stop, getting ready to talk some Hornet football. Always excited to talk Hornet football, especially with Coach Carruth, great friend to the program, and he's allowed us to be here today. So I'm very honored to sit with these guys. Love this program. Can't wait to see what's in store for 2025. It's going to be a heck of a show. Hit the like, hit the share. Big things to talk about today. I'll turn things over to the guys at this time to introduce themselves before we dive into questions.
My name is Zane Saunier, number 54, senior, and I play middle linebacker.
Nick Vosberg, number 59. I play offensive tackle and DN. I'm a senior.
I'm Colby Canzaro, number 60. Play center and defensive tackle, and I'm a senior.
Jude Morrison, number 12. I'm quarterback and free safety, and I am a senior.
Thank you guys for sitting with me today. Let's jump right into it. The off season. How's it been going right now? What's the mindset in the locker room?
Been pretty solid. All our guys, it's a tight-knit group here. We all together.
Yeah, never have a lot of guys, but we know each other. We love each other. Even the seniors and freshmen, we got a good bond with them.
And you go into this year, and the numbers are up from what we're usually accustomed to. So that's great to see so many people wanting to play football.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Going from last year with just a few, barely enough to play, and this year we're having a lot of people. It's going to be a nice addition to the 2025 season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially at practice. Like, we couldn't even have a scout team half the days.
Yeah. Got it done, though.
So you guys are seniors, correct?
Yes, sir.
You started with Coach when he got here your sophomore year. Walk me through that transition that day. How long did it take before it clicked, before everything that was changed for it? I mean, it wasn't the best of starts because of the injuries that piled up that sophomore year. Mm-hmm. But how long did it take? I mean, you moved the shotgun. I remember this program wing T for the longest. But how long was that transition process? And here we are, year 3. Where's the confidence level, year 3 under his system?
Yeah, it wasn't easy. Going from the flex bone, that's what we
Sorry.
grew up 3rd grade to 9th grade running that, and that's our mindset. And then we hear that he's going to come in and change us to the spread. We were all skeptical about it, but it was pretty smooth.
It was a slow transition, but we got it done. We had a good group of seniors that year that had some real good leaders, and they all like took us under their wing and tried to get the new offense down pat.
Yeah. Some dudes like Jack Jewell, Hayden Elliott, they like really showed us the ropes on how to do it.
Yeah, we kind of, during the summer, we really locked in and we got it good by week 1.
So you go into this year, in year 3, where's the confidence level now that the scheme's in place, the strength is up, the numbers are starting to rise? Where's the confidence level heading into year 3, your senior year?
This is probably sky high right now.
I believe it's better than last year. It's more confidence.
Yeah, I think we got something special going on in New Roads.
For sure.
Yeah.
Take me back to a year ago. Going back to the round 2. Give me your biggest takeaways from that night, and also has it fueled and motivated this off season?
Probably turnovers. Turnovers is a big part in that game.
Yeah, I think we learned how to we'll learn from that whole week of coming to that and that game. Just learn how to prep for different teams, different types of teams. Washita was a really good team.
Yeah, they had a good defense. Their D line and linebackers, they were good at stunts and stuff.
Yeah, it's a big preparation. Like, you know you're gonna go to war this week, but it's a lot of it's mental. You got to go in there knowing you can win, knowing that you can beat a team that you might think is better than you. So you always got to think you're the better team.
Small school like this, you guys are off to basketball, baseball, whatever else that you play here, but did it fuel and motivate the off season whenever you got back together as a group?
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. We push ourselves, and not only ourselves, but ourselves and each other to do the work to get better for those round 2 games, round 3 games where we got to bust our butts and get it done.
It's just something that motivates us more, and we have to work harder if we want to win those big time games.
Yeah, going from like football to like a sport like golf where it's like individual, it's really, and then coming back to like when you're with the team, the atmosphere is just completely different, and it's really nice having people with you.
What areas you think you needed to address this off season? You said you had to get better at.
Well, our defense has always been pretty good. We now have better coaching at blocking and stuff, so I believe we'll be better at that this year.
Another big thing is communication among the O-line and really among the whole team. That was something we kind of lacked last year, and we still had a pretty good year last year. But I think with the communication skills that these seniors hold, I think it'll be a good year on the O-line.
Yeah, talking defensively in the secondary, a lot of. We're Saturday morning coming early, looking at film. Just a lot of mental errors. Like everything, we know what we can do. We know what we're supposed to do, but in the moment we can't. Just have mental errors like that can cost a big play.
And we have a foundation this year, so like on defense, we know what we're doing this year. So I believe we're going to be a lot better in that area.
Yeah, I feel like preparation and like mental stuff. Saturday morning, I'll just wake up and be like, what was I thinking? And this year, it's going to be different. Fix those mistakes.
What's your biggest question mark going into the 2025 season?
Will the younger guys step up?
Yeah.
A lot of the offenses within the skill guys are young.
Just seeing what it's like having the big numbers now and players, seeing how many teams that'll help us, how much more that will help us in practice, in preparation.
What's the keys to success in 2025?
Communication and just consistency with practices, games, workouts until December.
The preparation part is going to work a big part in the games because we got to get everything right within that preparation period from Monday to Thursday morning. It's got to happen, and we got to lock in and get it right.
You guys got an upcoming scrimmage in August against St. John, Jamboree against St. Ed's. What do you want to see from your group when you get those 2 games, the scrimmage and the Jamboree, before we even get to the regular season? What do you want to see from your group?
I want to see improvement from last year for sure.
Yeah, and domination. Yeah.
I just want to see that people are learning and they're doing the little things right. Because, those games are for preparation. So you can always go back and look and fix things. But just doing the little things off is a good thing to build off of.
It's exciting to see how everybody's going to look, before the season starts, to see how everybody's going to play.
How about the importance of getting off to a good start for this program? You got off to a phenomenal start last year, but this is a new season. The importance of getting off to another good start.
That momentum is key. If you start rolling early season, it just takes that 1, 2, and week 3 to get us rolling. And once we start rolling, we can't stop.
Okay.
Yeah, if we come out and lose the first 4 games, nobody's going to want to be at practice. So then that just makes the next game that much harder. We got to have everybody bought in, and just a good start. That's a good way to build off of it.
You gotta have you gotta build your confidence up, and then that starts with like this time of year until August when we start playing those jamborees.
momentum can come from that scrimmage and jamboree going into week one. So get off to a good start, and those games even is crucial, right? This staff here at Catholic of Point Capee, you've been here for 3 years under Coach Carruth, but we've seen some different pieces in this staff. How has this staff challenged you mentally and physically over the years, or even this year?
Just making that switch from our freshman to sophomore year, it was rough at first, but we had the guys and we had the leadership to get it done, and the people that were like the seniors that year, they took us under their wing and said, this is new for us too, but we're gonna get it done.
Mm-hmm. We've had many different coaches and people that came in, so we were running different defenses almost every season, and had to do the switch from the flex bone to Coach Carruth's offense. So
I gotta check something real quick. Go ahead, finish up what you were saying.
it's finished.
Oh, well, like one of the things is I like the
We're good. Somebody said we didn't have no audio, but we got it. Go ahead.
lost the track of what I was saying.
Well, like I was saying earlier, we have a foundation this year, so this is probably the earliest we've had to get it all down and learn it all from the beginning. So I believe we'll be even more prepared before the season starts this year than we were last year and previous years.
Got a lot of new faces in the program this year that will probably have to play a lot of early snaps in their career. Talk to me about how do you get them to understand, hey, we're not here to chase stats. We're here to build a winning team culture.
Yeah, you just gotta, as a senior, you gotta show them how to do it. You gotta talk to them. You gotta help them at practice, and you gotta show them that they can do it.
Yeah, it starts in the locker room. We gotta hold everyone accountable and hold those freshmen accountable and all the new faces we have, and kind of bring them into the program and teach them that what we do and stuff, and that we want to win games.
Right.
So
Biggest part.
Known.
Biggest part of that is just to earn that trust. They need to show us that we can trust them on the field. Show them we can trust them on the field and know that they can get the job done.
Yeah, it's a selflessness part of the game. Like you got to be able to. There's some people that are behind the scenes that don't get enough recognition, but you still should be proud of them because people that do get enough recognition are just as proud
Right.
for you.
Understand?
Yeah.
Okay. Adversity will strike this season. How would this team stay together?
Well, we've always handled adversity for all previous years. I mean, we had 27 people last year, and I don't believe we had a full week where they were all healthy. So
Yeah, we were always taught that adversity is what builds you.
Yeah.
Builds you as a man, inside of football and outside of the football. So it's a good mindset to have that you can always come back from anything.
It's something we're used to. So.
Right.
And
So you already been through the fire. You've been through the storm.
we got a tight knit group as seniors, not only just seniors and juniors. We all together all the time. We're lifelong friends. We've been together since we were in third grade playing football.
Speaking of the seniors this year, talk to me about the seniors of last year, what they meant to the program, and this year's group. What's special about them?
I mean, they had a smaller group last year, but all of those players are going both ways, most of them. So, but we have a bigger group this year, and we've learned from those seniors too. So I believe that we'll be just as good.
Yeah, their seniors last year, they had a couple like really important guys, and I feel like just looking at them, looking at how they like took their weeks, took their game days, just really teaches you how to lead.
As a senior group that you could take from and apply into your senior year.
Yeah, just having those guys to build you up all the time when you're down, especially the younger guys last year, sophomores coming up. So they're gonna have that vision that they had, and that mindset that they passed on to.
Smaller program, numbers are up this year. But you guys all played both ways your entire career. Talk to me about the pride that you take in being an Iron Man type of player.
Just knowing that your brothers benefit off of your work. So if you're slacking one play, that means I'm an O lineman, and if I miss my block one play, then my running back's gonna get killed, or my quarterback's gonna get killed. Knowing that in the back of my head, and knowing that I got to get the job done is what pushes me.
Okay.
Yeah, and as a quarterback, knowing that those guys in front of me have that mindset, it lets me be free, work with my skill guys, and just run our offense as smooth as we can with their trust.
How about y'all guys? Play both ways?
Last year we played both ways. I played both ways, and it's not easy, but I believe we were conditioned enough to be able to do it and do it good because we still were winning games.
Correct.
So yeah, and that's like most of the team, just both ways. So
Do you feel like there is a stronger bond when the roster is thin and everyone has to step up early?
I feel like it's a big like difference between last year and this year. Even though it was such a small team last year, we were all we had a great bond. But this year, it's even better because of more people. I feel like.
Right.
Yeah, just got more people to learn from and just have their energy, bring up everybody else.
we've always had good chemistry in the locker room. So and with the teammates, we all hang out and stuff.
Yeah, and when it feels bigger, you feel like more important because there's like more guys holding you accountable, more guys to hold accountable, and stronger knit group.
Okay. Walk me through in a game adjustments if something's not going right on the field. Walk me through that process.
I'd say halftime adjustments are probably the most important thing in the football game. I mean, you could go out and you could be killing somebody, but you got to find the smallest things because that could come back and kill you in the second half.
Okay.
That's what a good coaching staff comes with. Just got to have those guys that know what they're talking about, and we also have to be able to trust them.
Right. When you go back to the going both ways or even special teams, you can't just pull you off to the side on the sideline and say we need to do this whenever you might not come off the field that night.
Yeah, we go around watching teams. They got TVs on the sideline. We could have that, but we don't have any use for it because everybody's going both ways. We don't have time. So.
There you go.
Yeah, we kind of just figure it out on the field.
Most of the time during halftime, we'd meet up with the O-line coach and ask, like, hey, this isn't working. What do we need to do? And we'll get it done, and we'll come out in the second half with that tenacity, and just we get the stuff right.
Yeah.
That's it.
Coach is easy to come to, so we'll come to the sideline on halftime and we'll relay what we see, and then he'll tell us the best way to get it done. So.
That's where that trust factor comes into play.
Yeah, I feel like the O-line like adjustments at halftime. We could change our whole scheme like that, and then I feel like the more we go along in the season, the better we get at doing that.
This team right here has had a lot of success over the years. How do you avoid complacency after you reach that level of success?
Just know there's always better. We can always do better.
Yeah, it's never good enough. We went 9-1 last year in the regular season. It's not good enough. We're going 10-0. So it's just one thing to look forward to and get us motivated towards.
Yeah, we always talk about that 2019 team that went to the Dome. That's what we always look up to. But we don't look to be like them. We look to be better than them and win over there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just not really how we do things.
Okay, what does a championship level of practice look like here then?
First, it really helps being able to have a full scout team, having a big roster to get those guys in to give a good look for the team that's coming up that week.
Yeah, just having everyone there and everyone locked in and know their assignments and know how to run practice just makes it run a lot smoother, and then it gets us better for the games. So.
Yeah, having everybody bought in, even the ones that you might not see play on Friday nights, but everybody buying in, even like the freshmen on scout team, running as hard as they can, even if they're getting killed every play. the guys in the film tower that are filming every practice that we have. It all means something, and it all helps us towards the season.
Everybody matters.
And that Thursday morning practice, some people might think it's a joke, but that's probably one of the most important practices. Between Thursday morning and that first Monday practice, that's where you get most of your stuff in, and that Thursday really just solidifies the work you put in all week.
Yeah, it starts with that that game day mindset, that game day feeling of rush and being able to think in that moment.
We're in the middle of the summer. Fall will be here before we know it. Once we get to fall, how do you define a successful summer here?
The work, just showing in the scrimmage and the jamboree in those first games, the work that we put in over the summer, showing that it paid off.
We've all gotten stronger and faster since the beginning of the off season, and that's really going to pay and buy in whenever we make it to actual fall. So
Yeah, and chemistry within the team is another big thing. Like when your summer's over and you're getting to that August time, and you sit down and look around the locker room and see not a single guy that you can't sit down and have a conversation with, that's when you know you got a successful summer and you're gonna have a good year.
Yeah, building them bonds with people, like what he said. If you got to know everybody personally in the locker room.
But let me ask y'all this then. How much does the fear of letting your brother down fuel your work ethic?
That's one of my biggest fears. Knowing that if I mess up, that messes up somebody else's play, and that pushes me to do my best for my brothers.
the thing about that though is we know we're not going to our brothers aren't going to argue with us and put down on us just because we've messed up. So they're going to build us up and keep us accountable for us to do better and make those plays and big moments.
Is there a moment in your career where you realize how important it is to play for the guy next to you?
I feel like once I became a starter, and knowing that guy next to me has a job and I have a job, and both together makes us push, especially on the O-line. Knowing the guy next to me is going to do what we need to do to get the play going, and just having that trust is a good characteristic to have.
Yeah, like freshman year, we'd be in boot camp, and the coach would be asking us, who would we want in our dark alley? Who do we want to come with us if we're going in a dark alley or going to war? Like, that's the guys that you want to have around you, the ones that you know you can trust. And, you listen to somebody and they're saying all these other people, and you're like, yeah, that's the guy I want to be. I want to be in there.
Yeah, for me it was after halftime, seeing those dudes, once you become a starter, and once seeing those dudes who you play right next to, really showing their passion for the game, it makes you think dang, this is bigger than me.
Yeah, going from scout team then becoming a starter, you realize that every piece of the team is important and everyone on the team plays a certain role that just makes us all better.
What's one drill or film session or maybe a little small detail that this team takes seriously that others may overlook?
I definitely think the Saturday morning film session. That's probably one of the most important parts of recovery from a game. You got to know what you did wrong. Got to get it right the next week.
Yeah, and not missing a rep in the weight room. You can't cheat yourself. It all builds up to the season. And hitting the weight room is just as important as a Tuesday evening practice in the middle of the season.
Yeah, I would say a Monday morning or Monday evening practice, seeing those first couple minutes of film and then going out to the field and actually seeing formation and stuff. That's part that we take very seriously.
Yeah, we do a lot of our main prepping on Monday, and then when it comes to Thursday morning practice, we run our game plan in the morning before we go to school and stuff. And then that's something that we've always been doing, and that's believed what helps us do good in our games.
Okay. What do you think is the most important quality in a teammate?
I feel like the accountability. Accountability is a big part of us, because without each other holding each person accountable, nothing can happen. You got to be able to help out your brother, help out your teammate.
Yeah, and you got to know that this guy might have you. Like, he's going to have you. Say you're getting a wreck 1 a.m. in the night. I can call this guy, and he's going to come help me. That's the kind of bond you have to build.
Yeah.
I think effort too. Definitely effort. You know, you got to know that the guy next to you is also putting in effort. Because if everyone puts in effort, then we'll be a great team. But if you know the personal side will be slacking, then the accountability will also come into hand with that and get them right.
Right.
Yeah, knowing that if you get yelled at one day, it's not just because they want to. It's for a reason. It's for a cause.
Give me one player on this football team that you look up to and why.
Yeah, I look up to Colby. I wanna be the I wanna have the mindset that he has. That everybody's just the same. He can be along with everybody, and he's willing to help everybody. That's the mindset that I always want to have.
I like to put out Cohen Higginbotham. He's out there. His energy level is just insane. The dude's running around. He's ready, just ready for the next play, ready for the next lift. It doesn't matter what. His energy's outmatched by anybody.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd have to say like Cohen, Crab. There's a bunch of guys like Cohen, Crab, Colby, Zane, Jude, like Cab. I'd say like all of them. They like you can tell they just want to be here and they want to attack the day. They're not just going through the motions.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at Carson Crabtree, you know, he's been through a lot of injuries, but he's also like one of the most energetic in the weight room, and you know, he's never let that bring him down. So that's something good to look up to.
What's one thing football has taught you over the years that applies off the field?
Overcoming adversity is a big thing, because life's gonna throw things at you that you just can't control, and your ability to overcome that is one big thing. And that switch from the flex bone to the spread, that was one big piece that we had to focus on, and I think that is a good life skill.
Okay.
Yeah, one thing that I learned throughout my career and that will always stick with me is never be a survivor. Like, you might come out here and you got people killing you this way, that way, but don't just be there to survive. Be there to get better. Be there to make everybody else better. Have a purpose.
And I'd say like hard work, like putting effort into stuff. Like you're gonna get out of anything in life of what you put in.
I'd probably say discipline. You know, we do whatever you have to do to get stuff done, and you know, we stay locked into the program. And you know, looking outside of football, you know, discipline plays a big role.
Can you think of a time that a coach has pushed you past what you thought were your limits?
Absolutely. Us one time freshman year, we had this thing called Inferno, where we had to do 150 burpees at one time, and that pushed me through my limits. I didn't even think I could do 50, much less 150.
Yeah, it's you and one guy. You got a partner next to you, and he's counting your reps. You're doing it, you're dying, you're suffering, he's just sitting there counting. You got to know that guy, he's going to have you. And you just keep on going. There's no reason to stop. He's going to push you until you're there laying on the ground and can't move.
There was no skipping reps either. They made sure you got all your reps.
Yeah, I'd have to say, like last year, building up to some of those long weeks with like tough teams. I would say I really pushed myself and like prep with not just on the field, just like film and like talking about it, communication with my teammates.
Let's go to the quarterback position. Let's talk about yourself here for a second. Your growth at the position from year 1 to year 2 now. What were some things that you worked on this offseason to get you going into the 2025 year?
The biggest thing right now is getting to know my receivers because they're all new, pretty much. One was hurt last year. The other two are young. And the other one just, I know him. We got good chemistry, but it's just building up the chemistry, knowing my personnel, all that stuff, making sure that I can trust that they're going to run their routes full percent every time. It's the biggest thing.
What y'all three can say about this guy, that his leadership qualities he brings to this program?
Well, him playing those games behind Hayden Elliott his sophomore year really gave him that high school like feel, and it carried over to his junior and now senior year. He's got the characteristics and he knows the game well.
Yeah, I can trust about him. I can trust him in pretty much any athletic sport, like basketball, baseball, golf, ping pong, anything.
He's all around
His
athlete.
accountability, he holds us accountable and he holds himself accountable. So, to make those big plays and finish strong in the games.
Okay. We're in the fourth quarter, and when you need to make a play, you got the guy behind center.
Yep.
Let's go to the running back position. Is there a guy this year, or is it a plethora of guys that who could tote the rock this year?
Yeah, there'll be a guy, most likely. Micah Nipple. He's played. He's
Turning guy,
a
right?
junior. Yeah, he played freshman year, sophomore year, and he split snaps last year. And I think that's the biggest thing that's going to build him up. He's got something to work for now, and he'll be our guy.
What qualities he brings to the team, you think?
He's a strong individual. He's strong, he's shifty, and he runs hard.
Yeah, he's a very gritty guy, Gets the ball and he'll run you over and stuff like that, And he's fast.
Yeah, he lowers shoulder on you, but he can also juke you out. So I feel like I have a lot of trust in him.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not scared to make a play.
So remember the name.
So
Yeah.
Let's go to the receiver corps then. I wouldn't say a group that has all the snaps under that belt. You got some new faces, some guys coming back from injury. So the chemistry had to be brought together this summer quickly. What about that group really stands out? And also, did you see them take on that role of, hey, we got to get some work done this summer?
Yeah, I mean, the younger guys, they show up, and they're there to learn. They know their role, and they might be the best athlete on the team, but they know that they might not be the number one guy every time. And then the older guys, Carson Crabtree and Cohen Higginbotham, they're just gonna go out there and give it all they got.
these guys are putting in work. They know their job this year. They know they got to catch, they got to block, they know what they have to do, and they work at it every day. Even after practice, they'll stay and get some catches from Jude, and they work at it. They try hard.
I feel like that group had an edge on them this summer.
Oh, yeah. And even if they know that they're not gonna get the ball, they might put you in the stands. Like they're not the receiver that's like, oh, I'm not running around, I'm gonna take this play off.
They know their role.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's good having a bigger receiver group this year, and they have a bunch of depth. But it's also having the senior leaders in the receiving corps. It holds everyone to be better and teach them their ways.
The offensive line, 3 of y'all right here, right? Let's go to the offensive line. So, experienced group coming back. What were some things that y'all thought, let's go and get together this summer? Was it more technique-wise? Was it more strength-wise? And did we have to fill some spots up front with some new faces?
That's one spot, because we losing Tyler Dowden and Rory on that left side. We needed to fill in that spot, and I think we got the guys for it. They're just younger, and we need them to understand that it starts with us. We're that front. We need to get the push. We need to protect our guys.
Yeah, I trusted my O-line last year, and there's no drop-off this year. I still trust them. I know they're there to play for us. They might not get the most recognition, and we might, but we're nothing without them. We just climb on their backs all game. That's who we work for. That's who they work. They work for us.
Yeah, losing any D1 athlete and another senior who was a multi-year starter is big holes to fill. But I feel like this year with the young guys and like some dudes who aren't you really used to playing a line have really stepped up.
We got a group of guys that from the moment the ball snapped, they're working to put somebody in the ground or until that whistle's blown.
And you can see every day in the weight room that bond just growing. They're all working out together, yelling at each other, screaming. It makes you smile.
Good. Let's go to the other side of the football. Let's go to defense. Could this be a strength of the team this year, or do we have some pieces to fill? Talk to me about that side of the ball. What are we good? Front seven good, linebacker good, secondary is good. What should we know about that group?
Yeah, most of the secondary is returning. It's just dependent on who's going to play here, who's going to play there. Obviously, with a new defensive coordinator, he's got to learn who we are and what we can do. And we have to buy into what he thinks and what he wants. And I think we have a strong base this year, which we haven't had in previous years. So I think that's going to be a big part in helping the secondary out.
Yeah, most of our starters will come back and play defense, so I believe that'll be one of our strong suits in games. And yeah, because we're getting this defense down pretty good so far. So
You starting to see some of those younger guys that will have to play early on that defensive side of the ball, just to give those offensive guys a blow.
Yes, sir. For sure.
Yeah, a lot of our guys go both ways. Every year, it's nothing new, and we're used to it. But you always got to have a little bit of time. You got to have rest. So those guys, we trust them that they can come in and make a play.
Let's go. You're handling the punting and kicking this year, correct? Special teams win and lose ball games.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's the little things, like when you're on punt team, they return a punt that could switch the energy, obviously switch the score, but everything matters. And in between offense and defense, that you can't have a drop off.
The importance of the special team always brings me back to that Riverside game our sophomore year, Coach Kruger's first year. That we had a block punt and they scooped and scored it for a touchdown. That changed the game. And you just got to know special teams is not just a playoff.
Yeah,
you got to give it your all.
To harp on that game, throughout everything, we were down going into the final minutes of the game, and we throw out a prayer and throw a big punt, and it leads us to scoring a touchdown and have a chance to win the game. It didn't go our way, but it shows how important it really is.
Yeah, one moment that did go away for special teams was Westminster last year, getting that block punt score.
Yep.
Yeah, we ended up winning because of that.
yeah, and those last year we had two-way starters also playing special teams, so it's something we take pretty big.
Okay. Who scores the first touchdown this year?
Micah Nipple.
Nickel, okay. Defensive side of the ball, who has the first turnover?
D-line,
Graham Roy.
any of them.
A little scoop, score action or
Oh, yeah.
fumble recovery?
Fumble recovery.
Somebody's gonna pop them, and no
So
telling who's gonna get the ball.
I think Zane will pick it up.
I think
Zane will pick it up for sure.
maybe
What were we at,
CDJ.
with 4-7? 4-7 to the end zone?
Yep.
Something like that. Maybe Cardvilliers. Maybe scoop and score. St. Ed's.
That was OC.
Yeah.
That was a pick.
Pick six.
Maybe
to
pick
the house.
six. Yeah, maybe pick six, something like that.
Okay. Let's go to your school here. How about the importance of being a student athlete here at Catholic Rugby?
Yeah, it's awesome. You almost feel like a celebrity around here. I mean, it's so small, everybody knows you.
Yeah.
And you look at the game, like you're just sitting in the middle of the field, and you look in the stands, and everybody's there. You see all these people out in the community every day, and they're there for you. They're there to help you out.
I like to emphasize on the student part. Student comes before athlete, and you got to know you got to put your part in the classroom so you can put your part in on the field.
Yeah, I see these random dudes at like LA Express come up to me, ask me about the season. I'm like, it's gonna be good. That just excites me. So we got a good town here.
Yep. And it's nice, being small. Everyone knows everyone, so that's something also nice to have.
Terms that are used quite often, faith, family, football. What does it mean to you?
I mean,
Football.
yeah, it starts there.
It starts with faith for me, because it's like church every Sunday, knowing that together as a family, you grow, and then I bring that to the football field. We grow together as a family, as brothers, on that football field.
You know, we're always praying after practice, and you know, we all consider ourselves a big family. So it plays a big role in holding everyone accountable, and you know, knowing you can go to your brother next to you with anything, and he'll have your back.
Yeah, one of my favorite things that we do is, like, before the games, we have our groups, and we have talks in there. It's like personal ones, and then also after the games, like for the whole family part, like the whole town, or like everybody in the stands comes around us at the end of the game. We pray, and we talk about the game, and I just feel like it's a real good bonding moment.
Are y'all still walking through the tailgate area when y'all get to the field?
Oh yeah.
That's what starts the
That's-
Friday off.
That gives me goosebumps. Seeing all the people there.
What an
cheering us on.
atmosphere.
When you get off the bus and you see these guys been out there skipping work since 8 a.m. cooking the grill, like there's no better feeling than knowing that these guys, they're doing this for you.
I got to experience it one time when the team got to walk through, so I'm excited to experience it again this year.
It's insane though. I was growing up, you were in that tailgate, high-fiving all the players, saying,
Right.
"Wow, that could be me one day." And when it's finally you, there's no feeling like
It's
it.
different.
For me, it's like the smell of Mr. J's ribs. It just gets me going. just
Straight off
just
the,
the smell. Just
straight
like,
off the bus. Mr. J must have got them ribs going. In
oh
there.
yeah, he does.
Right.
Oh yeah, got them burgers, all that.
Okay. When I think about Catholic Appointment football over the years, and I haven't got eyes on this team and didn't get to see y'all in person last year, but when I think about Catholic Appointment football over the years, I've always thought of this place as a group that's tough on the field and very disciplined, and they'll run through a brick wall.
Oh yeah, we always grew up with the acronym of EAT, effort, attitude, and toughness.
Yeah.
And that's just the biggest things to build off of. Like you can go out there, give no effort, but attitude and toughness. You got to have all three of them.
Yes.
Really, truly.
That's been called in our school since day one, even since we've been in third grade. Effort, attitude, toughness. Effort, attitude, toughness. You got to show it all on the field.
They all come together for one big and just importance.
The importance. Let's go to weight room then. Talk to me about some rules that must be followed in that weight room, and maybe some truths that you'd like to share with me.
Well, we want to see everyone put in effort in the weight room. You know, that's always, there's no slacking in the weight room. You know, no sitting down, no lounging around. We always take weight room time seriously. So, and we make sure we stretch and everything. And, you know, it plays a big role on the field.
Yeah, and a new rule that Coach White came in and gave us: the dumbbells can't hit the ground. So you'll be laid back doing dumbbell bench and then weights on your chest, and you don't know what to do. You can't drop it, and you just gotta struggle. You gotta get it up.
Yeah, you got to respect the weight room.
Yeah.
And we've always had the room no sitting down in the weight room, and this year I feel like we've put in the rules like as ourselves. Don't just stand around and wait for reps. Go do something, even if it's not on the board for the workout. Go do something. Go do push-ups. Go do sit-ups. Go do something.
Like that.
Always make yourself better.
Okay? Like that. Let's find out some favorites from this group, if that's okay with y'all.
All right.
Let's go favorite game day uniform. What do you like to wear on Fridays?
Gotta be the blue on whites.
Yeah, blue's always staple. Something new that we got over here. Yeah.
That blue just started making a comeback. It used to be a big color back in the day. And then we went back just to green and white. And then when we started incorporating the blue back into baseball, then it got into basketball, and then it got back into football. I really like the blue jerseys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think a really underrated jersey combo is the white on white. You know, the whiteout games. I think those look really good. You know, especially sometimes in those muddy games. You know, you come out all dirty and stuff, all muddy in the white uniforms.
Yeah, some people was it like Red River game, like the first game of the season. Some people thought we had brown jerseys. That was a fun game.
So not naming your stadium, what's one stadium that you would say is your favorite you ever got a chance to play in?
Well, if we're talking about last year, I think one big stadium had a lot of energy was Archbishop Hanning. Their stadium was pretty high, and their stadium was very loud and stuff. So it was a nice field too.
Yeah, there's nothing like going to Donald Gardner Field
Yeah.
and playing OC.
Yeah, that's a big one. I feel like Episcopal. They got a really nice facility over there. It's a really nice atmosphere too.
And this was earlier years, or this is like scrimmage jamboree?
This is sophomore jamboree.
Okay.
And maybe not a stadium that was good, but like the fan base that was good was St. Ed's had brought a ton of people last year, and that game was awesome. It was
Big atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
How about pregame meal? What's your favorite here?
It's gotta be the senior night steaks.
Senior
Nice
steaks.
steaks. Either senior night steaks or like a good hamburger steak with mashed potatoes.
Yeah, country fried steak's pretty good too.
Oh yeah, can we include the breakfast? If we include the breakfast, I'll say like with the biscuits and gravy, the chicken fried steak and gravy or something. Yeah, something like that.
Okay. Y'all eating good here.
Oh yeah, never a bad meal.
Tell you what, whenever they told me to come over for the tailgate that day, whenever I covered y'all were playing kinder.
Yeah.
It was probably y'all sophomore year.
8th grade year.
Yeah, it was probably 8th grade.
We were filming.
No, it was a couple years ago. Whenever Kinder threw the pass under a minute left, and y'all stopped them on 4th down.
Yeah, I remember that. I think we filmed that game.
Yeah.
And that was when I was here, 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We were in 8th grade.
Something like that. I think so.
That's
We were
to
in-
this day still one of the best games I've watched.
There was 2 flexbone teams going at it.
That was the day I found out how good the cooking is here at Catholic upon P whenever they welcomed me into the tailgate. So,
It's always a good time.
how about pregame music? What do you go to for a game?
I like rock, hard rock, Motley Crue.
Big Rock. Okay.
I like some like 90s stuff. I like throwbacks, like early 2000s, like rock,
I dig it.
grunge, yeah.
Yeah, like when you walk into the locker room and you just hear Motley Crue, AC/DC, all them just loud as it can be on the speaker, like blood just rushes through your body. Like, it's just what you like to see.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Oh, I'm gonna name a couple songs. We got like Slaughterhouse, First Day Out. Those are some iconic ones.
That's more of like the
Yeah,
rap
that's more
side.
the rap
That's
side.
Yeah, it's more the rap side.
the hype songs right before we walk out of that
Right
locker
before
room.
we walk out, when we got some like swag to us.
And this is in the big quote me if I'm wrong, the big barn, or this is where you're getting to load the bus.
Oh, this is before we look.
yeah,
It's
this is
in the locker room
right
right,
there.
right across the hole.
You gotta take the bus ride over to the stadium and
Yeah.
get yourself back up.
It
Well, no,
stays with
Stays.
us.
We're good to go
We're
there.
in the bus and we're just
No talking.
Yeah,
There's no
we're
talking on the
locked
bus
in.
on the way.
Quiet.
We're still suited up, helmets on.
we got the
Put our
helmets
helmets
on.
on, got our pads in our hands.
I thought that was always the coolest thing, how the program would get off the bus that day, because I was with a staff back then, and we thought to ourselves during pregame, we got to play them guys, and I'm sure the standard's still the same here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we get off the bus ready to play.
Yeah, it does not drop off from the second that music hits off in the locker room to the second we step off that bus. It's like everything's going on in your head. Like, what do I need to do to be great today? And you have that mental capacity to just walk through that tailgate, just knowing that you're gonna get the job done that day.
Yeah, when you're in that bus and you turn on the street to get to NRG and you hear helmets on,
Start getting that adrenaline
that's when you
rush.
know it's time. That's when you know it's time.
That hair stands up on the back of your neck.
Yeah, and can't say a word on the bus ride there either.
We need to rush 57 days then. Y'all got me fired up for some football right now.
So
Are we ready?
A lot of games in your career. Which one is your favorite you ever played in?
St. Ed's last year. That was my
Definitely.
favorite one.
An underrated one would be White Castle. Sophomore year.
I didn't play in that game, but that was
We went in that
was a fun game.
stadium
Everyone was
with,
doubting
with,
us.
with some doubts and maybe some threats.
There was 8 cops surrounding the bus.
We went in there and came out with 50 points up on the board.
50 big ones, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Never had a shot.
Both undefeated.
Yeah, we were both undefeated that time.
Okay.
One of my favorite moments from that game, I'll never forget, was when I got under center and ran
no,
a
we weren't undefeated.
12-yard quarterback sneak into the end zone. I was like, that's when you know you're mentally stronger and just physically better than the other team.
Yeah, and back on the St. Ed's game, we knew we had to win that game. So we went out there and we did it. And we got it done.
Yeah,
And it was a good game.
That was one of the best atmospheres I've ever played in.
I'd say an honorable mention from that would be the Livonia game. We came out of half down by, I think, 3 touchdowns,
Nuts, huh?
and we ended up coming back and winning it.
Man, how many times did this guy clip us throughout a week and say they didn't pick you up?
Every
A
time.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nothing new. You look on Louisiana sports pro boards, you don't see a single guy that says CPC.
Yeah, we've always been the underdogs.
We'd walk into the locker room with the printed out sports line. Oh, they're not going to win. They don't have the people. They don't have this. They don't have that. And we go in there and prove them wrong.
Yeah, we just use it as motivation.
Favorite part of practice or drill? What would it be?
Lifting in the weight room, especially when you got the whole team in there and you're maxing power clean. You got Motley, you got Rock just blaring on the speakers. You got people yelling in your ear, slapping your back. There's just nothing like a good max.
I think that first thing we used to do on Tough Tuesday, that first man builder where you have a defensive lineman, an offensive lineman, a linebacker, and a running back, and they just try to block and try to make the tackle, and people hitting, that gets you fired up.
Mine would probably be like harness drill. Some of the stuff that I do in the summer, like competition wise, I like that.
I think one of my favorite parts of practice is probably inside run and, running the first team defense. We're playing against the opponent's team pretty much with scout teams. So, having them do what they're supposed to do and run the plays other teams run, it just helps us a lot better.
Who's the hardest worker on this football team?
I'd probably have to say either Carson Crabtree or Jacob Caballero.
Yeah.
They're in there. They're in there every day, no matter what.
I throw out Jacob Caballero. He's gonna be working as hard as he can. He might be a little crazy, but he is full on every second.
I'd also have to give props to Cohen Higginbotham. He goes in there with the right head and knows what to do.
I also want to shout out Owen LaCour. He's coming off an ACL injury, and throughout his entire rehab, he was in the weight room, hitting his arms, doing all he can just to become stronger for the team. And you can see it now. He's stronger than ever, and he's doing his part.
Yeah,
Some guys would use it as an excuse, and he's going and doing what he can.
Yeah, you see guys tear their ACL and out for a year and a half. They can't even start the next year, but he comes out in the summer squatting 400 pounds. Like, it's unreal.
Yeah, I believe every person we've had on a team with an injury, they just came back like stronger and better. Use that as motivation.
Yeah. How about the funniest guy on this team? Who would it be?
Might be that man right
I
there.
think it might be Nick right here.
I mean, I try to have fun, but I'll have to give it to some of the younger guys.
Like
No, I
Cooper
think it's
Walker.
Cooper Walker's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Just some guys that bring the mood up,
Yeah.
but they can also be serious when needed.
Yeah. Okay. How would the coaches describe you on and off the field?
So, always ready. Always wanting to be there. And wanting to help people.
Yeah, very respectful, young man outside of school, inside.
Yeah, I'd say like people that they wish they were. That seems kind of attack, but like people like they learn from they show us the mistakes that they did maybe in the back in the day and teach us.
Someone that can be looked up to.
Yeah.
Say like a person just to be around, a person to have in your life, be on the field with at the same time.
Okay. Who would you say you model your game after?
Like NFL.
Don't matter. College, NFL, another player in the state.
I like to say Trent Williams. I like him.
The work ethic. that he-
Yeah, and he's just a big old boy. And then Will Campbell's he's a good dude too.
That's someone to look up to.
I'd have to say Matthew Morrison. He was the center my freshman year when we were coming in, starting fresh. Just happened to be Jude's brother, and he showed me the ropes, showed me what I had to do, and he was there for me, and we learned off each other.
Okay.
I have to say Aiden Vosberg. He's my neighbor, and I always grew up watching him. He's 5 years older than me, so I grew up watching him. Played Catholic. He was a quarterback, number 12, and I like to build my game off of that. What I saw, he was always right there to teach me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, watching the LSU games on Saturday, you look at the guy, you look at Whit Weeks. He's a dog, at that linebacker position. He's somebody to look up to. He's a young guy, he's a strong hitter. He knows his assignments.
Correct. You went already?
Yeah.
Yep. Do you love to compete in water?
Oh yeah, we do. We all love to compete. Just trying to get the best as we can at anything. We want to come out in every game and we want to win.
That's one of the biggest aspects of this team. We all compete. Competition it fuels us. We want to win everything, even if it's like a hot dog eating competition or like a who can drink this water bottle the fastest. We're always competing at something.
yeah, we just losing's not in our blood. We used to come out here and wrestle on the field. First one to have their shoulders touch the ground for 3 seconds out, and you'd see guys just wrestling all out on the field for 5 minutes straight.
Yeah, and the coaches know that, so that's why I practice. They make us go against each other so we can just compete and be even better.
Yeah, some of these guys, they might see it in them, but they hate losing. They want to win everything.
Right.
And that's just the mindset you gotta have when you're playing any sport.
That's like a quote I've heard before. I hate losing more than I love winning.
There you go. We talked about preparation earlier in the show. I want to talk about after a grueling Friday night. What steps are needed or do you like to take to get your body back right afterwards?
It's that rest, that sleep is probably one of the best sleeps you have. After that Friday night game, long game, you wake up that Saturday morning sore, and we go to watch film. We don't just go watch film. We go out on the field, have a team stretch, have a team circuit lift, just to get our body, the blood flow, and get the soreness out.
Yeah, just watching film, learning. Sometimes I might stay up till 1 o'clock waiting for the film to be uploaded, and you'll watch that night, and then the next morning you come out there, take an ice bath for your body. You might not ever be back to normal, but you got to be ready.
Yeah, we on the bus ride home, we got guys grabbing 2 Gatorades, 2 waters and stuff, trying to replenish everything. We just lost out on the field, and that's something we do.
Yeah, and you see guys going both ways and full body cramps on the way home. And it's just it shows you how much we really want it.
The IV bags at halftime.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, they got I like watching football, not just us. Like watching LSU, watching college football, Saints, NFL. Yeah, I just always be thinking about football, my fantasy team, just all that.
Shout out to your Instagram.
Yeah.
Hey, what about golf?
No golf. No golf during fall. No golf during fall.
Talked about film. You just said it. On Saturdays, we're watching film. When you go to film or you're watching it at home, what are you looking for? I mean, some people just create highlight tapes. Not this group. What are you looking for?
I feel like most of us look at ourselves and look how we can just be better. What I like to do is when I look at film, I like to watch myself first and see what I've done and what I could do better and see how could I have played this better? How could I have tackled this guy better and stuff like that? and then you go and watch over the full game and see what the whole scheme could have done and what the whole team could have done better as a group, and just improving on that.
Okay.
As a quarterback, I break it down a lot. So I like to get a paper, maybe just straight a pen and paper. Look at go by it slow. Look at the coverages of the defense, what they're running. Maybe if I made a mistake here, if I made the wrong read, what I could have done to make it easier on me, easier on the receivers. So just simple things like that.
First thing I look at is my mistakes, obviously, and then I go and look at the good things, and then I'll go in and look as a whole, as a whole group, as the O-line, as the D-line, see what we need to do as a team to make ourselves better.
Yeah, for me, it's more of like physically doing things better, but there's also that mental side to it that you're just kind of like, this is obvious. Why did I didn't?
Some of them plays eat you up at night where you just anticipating watching the film to see what happened.
Yeah, like you see yourself on a play, just like not giving full effort, and you just want to go out there and punch them.
Yeah.
Like what were you doing?
And it's like in the film room too. Like we don't take that as just a off practice or like something easy to not do. Like we're all locked in, making sure we're getting done and knowing what we could do to be better.
Constructive criticism for sure. Definitely that Saturday morning. It doesn't matter if the coach is yelling at you. You know you did wrong, and you know you got to fix it.
Yeah.
It's also nice though going in there and seeing your big plays and you get your skulls on your helmet. So that's also something nice to watch.
Okay.
Motivates the team a lot.
Just remember that big play and see how hard you really hit that guy. see how it looked.
Take me through the lead up to pregame before you load the buses. Take me through that lead up. What's your process? Are you a sleep guy? Film, weights, music, getting together, talking about game plan? Talk to me about your process leading up in pregame.
So I'll start off. We'll go get out of school, go sit in the locker room for a little bit. I'll start my music. I'll go outside and get a few snaps in. I'll get a few sprints in just to get the blood flowing. And then I'll go sit in the locker room in the dark and just think about what I need to do that game. And then while the rock music's playing, and then walking to that lunchroom to go get the pregame and coming back and just letting it really sink in, knowing that I got to get the job done today.
Yeah, normally just get in there, sit there for a little bit, just maybe watch a couple snaps in film, then go eat, say our prayer, then go eat, and then come back. I might throw a little bit, and then turn the lights on. I might take a little nap. And then once I'm up, get ready, and it's time.
I would say mine is just go have some last minute studying right before we go eat, and then when we go eat, come back, and start chugging all this stuff until I can't anymore. Not that I drink throughout the day, and then I just maybe top it off with a Gatorade.
All throughout the day, we're all asking the teacher every hour if we can go to the bathroom because we're just down in waters every single hour. Pedialytes, all kinds of electrolytes and stuff. But once we get off of school, I like to go to the locker room, put my headphones in, and then we pray and go eat. And then after we eat, don't eat too much because you got to let your food go down and stuff. And then I like to go lay down in the locker room, watch the film before the game, just make sure I know what I'm doing before we start playing.
What's the last thing that crosses your mind before you exit a locker room, or in your case, the barn?
I say win or lose. That's the last thing first thing that crosses my mind would probably be just to get my job done. Doesn't matter if we win or lose, as long as I'm giving my effort.
Yeah, I'm always thinking just go out there and lay your life out on the field. Why not? What do you have to lose?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm definitely thinking get my job done, because if everyone does their job, then you're gonna win the football game. So
yeah, do my part, but also help.
Yeah.
Have a balance of helping others too.
Also make sure the person next to you is also doing their part.
Right.
And it's good to get with everyone else. Make sure we're all on the same page. We all know we pick up on these tendencies and we see we all know how we're going to run this certain play or what we're going to pick up on defense, and it's just we all know what to do. We all know the game plan.
Everybody's different. When does it set in to you that it's actually game day?
Probably after the Thursday morning practice, after we get that breakfast, like, hey, it's time to lock in. It's time to get ready for tomorrow.
Yeah, when I start chugging Pedialytes and liquid IV and water at that Thursday night, that's when it's time to just click that mindset and it's football time.
More, what gets me in like game day or like game time mode is like when they say like strap them on the bus. That's what really gets me like, all right, this is it. This is what you prepared for.
Yeah, I like waking up on them Friday mornings, before the game, and knowing, like, getting excited and knowing that we got a game to play today. And especially on the home days, home games, we get goodie bags, in the morning from the cheerleaders, and that just makes us feel better about ourselves, because we know everybody's playing this all day. So once we wake up, and get our stuff, we're just thinking about it all throughout the day, like we got a game to play, and that just gives us hype.
What sets the tone of a football game, in your opinion? The big hit on kickoff, 3 and out on defense, going down the field and score an
First
opening
drive.
drive.
First drive.
That opening drive for sure, especially if it ends in a touchdown.
Yeah.
That's a big part of the game.
Either-
Or that first defensive stop.
Either opening up in a touchdown or a turnover, that's what really sets us off.
I've always been a big kickoff lover. Like, somebody goes down there and absolutely kills somebody on a kickoff, that gets me fired up, gets me ready to go play out there.
Yeah, big hit can really set the tone for the defense for a 3 and out
Absolutely.
or a turnover in your
Yeah.
case. Yeah. Which game are you looking forward to the most this year?
I mean, I think we all got the same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
OC.
I'm close to Catholic.
Okay. Week 10, a long way from now.
It's always a sought after game every year. It's
And
always
that Livonia game's never boring either.
Yeah, I mean, like,
crosstown rivals.
How important was that to get back on the schedule, knowing the crosstown rival and knowing it wasn't played for a while?
Yeah, it's awesome because we never got to play them freshman and sophomore year. So just knowing that we get to show them who owns Point Capee.
When you've been playing with these dudes in the rec leagues, half the lineup out there. It's fun.
Okay. What do you want people to know about this year's 2025 Hornet football team?
We're not slacking off. We're coming out there with a fire under our butt, trying to win every game and trying to give our 100% effort as much as we can.
yeah, the
Nothing-
numbers are bigger, so we're just gonna be even better.
Yeah, and that doesn't mean we're gonna be lazy anytime. It's nothing different. We're gonna go out there, do whatever we
Standards
can.
are standard.
Yeah.
What's the biggest obstacle you've had to overcome in your career here at Catholic?
Well, I've had to go through hip surgery this off season in December. I had to repair my labrum, and it was a long therapy process. I had to stay a whole week in my bed, not moving. But I did lock in therapy. So I made sure I was doing what I was supposed to do at home, did what I was supposed to do in therapy, and that just got me back good as ever. I feel great now, 100%.
Good.
I would say, like last year, not really having a starting spot, that really got me motivated.
I'd say probably either my ankle injury last year or my knee surgery going into freshman year. I had to get back into football going into that freshman year for my knee surgery, and then last year coming from the ankle injury and going into that second round playoff game really got me going and got me getting back right.
Mine's usually Coach Crew not letting me play safety last year. Wasn't very happy about that, but I just had to accept it.
Okay. What's the best all-time practice story, something crazy that happened that you'd like to share with us?
I'd like to share freshman year, we playing Sacred Heart of Ville Platte, and they were a team that ran so many formations, so many different different ways. We had I think 3.5 hour practice. It was dark by the time we got out.
Yeah, I'll never forget the day that freshman year we were running kickoff. One just random day, and I guess the coach wasn't happy. And he made us. If we didn't do the littlest thing right, and we were running. It was me, Zane, and Carson Crabtree. We ran laps around the football field. We ran like 11, 15 laps around the field in full pads, and scared for our lives if we stopped running. I'll just never forget that moment.
Yeah, and we did it for what felt like no reason to. So.
Yeah.
I remember watching them being like, "Don't walk, don't stop."
Okay.
Yeah.
What is your why?
Why not?
Yeah. What? Like why for?
Why do you play
Why
this
you play?
game?
Oh, I'd say to like hit somebody. Like it's the only. It's really like the only sport that's like you can actually push somebody on purpose. So,
Yeah, I've been playing we've all been playing since we were younger. And, it's just suiting up and being able to, hit somebody. That's definitely one of the main reasons why I play.
It's been a sport in my family for all the time, pretty much. It's always watched. It's always talked about. Every time we have a game, we have Sunday dinner at my grandmother's house, and we're always talking about, hey, this is what I did in this game with all my cousins and all my family members, and hey, how was the game? How'd the game go? All that stuff. It's always a good time. It's a family thing.
Yeah, and to have something that you know that people can look up to you for, that's always important to me.
Let's go to that which y'all were just talking about, the full circle moment, where you were once those little kids at the games watching those players on the field, maybe playing football behind the bleachers. Now you're on the field, and those guys look up to you. What does that mean to you personally?
It's like I was in your shoes once, and I was looking up to the guys that were on that field, and I want you to know that you will have this spot one day. You will be here one day. I pray that you getting the right health, and just bust your butt to get where you can have a good starting spot.
Yeah, we'd always see the varsity team walk through school, and it was always like you want to be that guy. And we might not feel like it now, but we are. So.
It's kind of crazy to think about it,
Yeah, I remember like staying after school, seeing the football team go eat, and being like they're like on their pregame stuff. I'm like, dang, I'm them now.
Yeah, it happened so fast too.
I remember that it was about 5th grade. I actually really started paying attention. All the time before we'd be playing, that the touch pretty much almost tackle football games behind the bleachers. It got rough sometimes, but I remember that click it finally made about 5th or 6th grade. I actually started watching and started seeing what goes on and being like, that's gonna be me one day.
Absolutely. What advice would you give to the younger generation?
Definitely stay consistent, stay putting in the hard work, stay locking in, but definitely pay attention, and learn the offense and defense as much as you can, take in as much knowledge as you can, because that's the best way to, become a better player. And don't take anything for granted either.
I'd say don't give up. Don't give up. It gets hard. It will get hard. Life gets hard. Football's gonna get hard. It's just you gotta be able to overcome it, and it's gonna pay out in the end.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, don't be a survivor. Don't go out there to make it to the next day. Go out there to make a difference.
Yeah, don't just go through the motions.
Yeah.
I say like giving 100% on everything. Don't wait for nothing. Take it.
Okay. Let's flip the question. What's the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
If I have to say, just keep your head up. Don't get down off of that one play, because there are tons of plays in a football game. Some good, some great, some not so good. It's just you got to know to be able to build yourself up off that bad play to become the next play even better.
Yeah, not to repeat, but not being a survivor, I say it so much because it hit me. Like when we got seniors giving us speeches in the locker room during boot camp, and they're telling us that, it means that it meant something to them, and it really does.
Yeah, and like during boot camp and everything, when I was younger and I was a freshman, I was like, they were saying like, get as much reps as you can, get in that scout team, even though you feel like you're just there to be a hidden dummy, you're making them better and you're actually learning what you need to do, and it just makes you better as a player,
Right.
And you start to get more respect from your teammates and your coaches, and then you start building up from there.
I would agree with what Jude said and what they said. Like not waiting for nothing. Like don't just step into everything you can. 'Cause that's how you get better.
Who are you playing for this year?
Playing for the school.
School.
I want to leave a mark.
Playing for my brothers, my family, my brothers on that field.
Yeah, I'm playing for everyone on the team. Everybody's been on the team in the past. Like keep that same intensity, mentality that Hornet football is.
Yeah, definitely playing for the team. One to win. Want our brothers to win because once we win, we're all happy and stuff. It just makes us all better.
Who's the biggest supporter in your life?
My mother for sure. My mom, my dad too. He's always out there. He's telling me, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. My mom, she's been my biggest fan my entire life.
Yeah, probably my grandparents. Like they're everywhere. They're always watching, and they always want you to be good. They're always trying to make you better, trying to tell you what to do, this, that. But it really is important, and they know what they're talking about.
I'd have to say my parents and like my brothers. They're always pushing me. And also like my cousins who also played football before me. I'm like the last. I'm the last of my family for a long time of like my close family, and to play football at Catholic WP. So yeah, they all support me a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I'd have to say my parents too. Those are the number one supporters. So people always there in your corner.
Final question. When it's all said and done, what are you going to miss the most?
I'm just miss the connections that I made. Miss being out here every day. Like you might be dreading a day one day, but when it's over, you're not gonna dread it. You're gonna want it.
Yeah.
And just being out here with all your best friends and playing football, you can't do it forever.
Definitely coming in the morning or in the evening, going to that locker room, just seeing all the faces around. Like these are my brothers. These are who are here for me and who I'm here for.
I would say like the opportunity to be a part of a team and being part of like, I don't know why you wouldn't play football if you're somebody in high school. Like it is, I think, the greatest opportunity you can do.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely gonna miss those hard practices because you look back and you're like, you're suffering, but you're also suffering with your friends. Like everyone's putting in the hard work and stuff, and you're just gonna look back one day and be like, yeah, I mean, that made me who I am. Just miss being with the whole team and that chemistry that we all have.
Yeah. Fellas, floor is yours. Have any questions for myself and final words?
I like to say, just be ready for this year. We got big things coming.
Yeah, I like to harp on what Nick said. It's going to be a great season. I want to put it on the fans and all the people out there who are watching this. Come out and watch us. Come out and support us. Get everybody you can. Get out there in NRG Field. A packed stadium is the most electric energy you can possibly get.
Yeah, why not come and support? It helps more than you'd ever imagine.
Mm-hmm. We appreciate everything.
Yeah, we're gonna be just as good, if not better, than last year. So might as well come out and come watch us.
Come see the show.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Fellas, thank y'all for taking some time with me.
Yes, sir.
this
Thank
evening.
you.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can catch these guys in action August 22nd against St. John right here at NRG Field. 21st right here at home. So you can catch your first glimpse of Hornet football for the 2025 season. Come out, support this group and their teammates and coaching staff. Big things are in store again. Bigger, better, badder than ever. Can't wait to see Hornet football up close and personal. Thanks to Coach, we get to come stream a game this year, so very excited to experience the walk through, the tailgate, and some Hornet football. It's going to be electric, so y'all keep getting after it, keep your head down, keep working hard, have no regrets.
Yes, sir.
Leave it all out on the field.
Yes, sir. Thank
I've
you.
enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Thank you.